You know, 3 years ago, if you wanted this plant, the Philodendron Spiritus Sancti, you had to trade your car, your firstborn, and maybe a kidney. It was the holy grail, after all, the $10,000 leaf as it was known. Today, it costs less than a tank of gas. The plant market has officially crashed, or corrected, if you want to be polite. But here is the dangerous part. Just because a plant is cheap now doesn't mean it won't ruin your life. Like, some plants. I'm Kevin, and today we are looking at 10 former royalty plants that have lost 90% of their value. We're going to decide, are they a steal, finally worth buying, or should you still skip because they're a headache regardless of the price? Let's start with the big one, the PSS, the Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. I remember seeing these at auction for $12,000, but thanks to tissue culture, you can now grab a seedling for $60. The reality? It looks like a long, droopy green tie. It's actually pretty hardy, but it takes forever to get to that mature, impressive size that we all want so badly. Verdict, if you have patience. Score, a steal. It's a piece of history for the price of a dinner. Can't go wrong there. All right, next up, the Philodendron Joepii. People used to pay $2,000 for a plant that looks like a bug ate 80% of the leaf. Now it's $35. The reality? It's a conversation starter, sure. Hey, what happened to your plant? Nothing. It cost me $35. It grows fast and it isn't fussy. Verdict, if you like the weirdos, go for it. Score, steal. Our third plant is a story of how the mighty have fallen. The Anthurium vicii, the mighty king of all Anthurium, the king Anthurium, once sold for thousands of dollars, especially for more mature specimen. Now available for $50 on Equigenera USA. The reality, it's an amazing statement plant. The size Equigenera is still selling theirs for is larger than the one I was gifted. The best part is, because of that, they're easy to care for, and with proper care, only takes about 1.5 years to turn a small king into a big beast. That is exactly what happened to mine over that period of time. Verdict, it's a total steal. At $50 per pop, buy 2. Just make sure you have a lot of space. I have a lot of space, and I'll tell you, just one of them is taking over too much of that space in this current moment right now. All right, number 4 here. This used to be the retirement fund plant, the Monstera Thai Constellation. Now, it's sitting next to the mulch at Home Depot for $29.99. The reality, honestly, it's still one of the most beautiful plants on Earth. It is susceptible to root rot, so repot it into chunky soil immediately. But for $30, it's unbeatable. Verdict and score, 100% steal. Absolutely. Hey, I want to ask you guys a quick question, and be honest with me in the comments. Did anyone here buy a Tycon at their peak? Like, did you drop $500+ on one? Let me know below so I can give you a big virtual hug, because we've all been there. I've been there with the Philodendron Bilietiae, the Atabat apotentiae, and countless others. All right, so we talked about the king. Now let's move on to the queen Anthurium, the Anthurium warqueenum. This plant, this plant is something. The queen, she used to be hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, for those mature specimen. Now you can find seedlings for $50. Is it a deal? Well, the reality is no, absolutely not. The price dropped, but her attitude didn't. She needs 80% humidity, perfect airflow, and if you look at her wrong, she browns. I mean, browns. It's crazy. Mine's doing it right now just because I walked past it and looked at it a minute ago. Regrets, I have a few. Buying a cheap queen just means you're buying a cheap heartbreak. Verdict, unless you own a greenhouse cabinet, nope. Score, skip. Skip it. Yeah, unless you have all that stuff, then they're really beautiful plants. I'm trying with mine. All right, number 6, the Variegated Alocasia Frydek. It looks like velvet painted by angels. Prices crashed from $500 to $35 for starters. The reality, I call this the Spider Mite Hotel. Seriously, mites spawn in this plant even if you just think about it. It's stunning, but the maintenance is a nightmare. Verdict though, for $35, maybe worth the risk, but just, have the neem oil on standby. Score, cautious steal. Keyword, cautious. All right, number 7, the Monstera Esqueleto. It's also known as the skeleton Monstera. It's like an Adansonii, but bigger and cooler. It used to be rare. Now it's $40. The reality, it's actually easier than the Adansonii, in my experience at least. A faster grower, huge leaves, can't go wrong there. Verdict and score, steel. This is the best value big leaf plant on the market right now. I would say hands down, without a doubt. Get yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, however many you want, really. All right. Number 8, the Philodendron Strawberry Shake. Oof, beautiful plant. The Red Moon Philodendron, these were thousands. Now they're hovering around $100. The reality, it's a climbing philodendron, so it needs a pole to look good or a trellis, something to climb up basically. The variegation can be unstable, but it's way more interesting than a pink princess. Oh my god, the pink princess, bleh. Verdict and score though, both are steals. The Philodendron Florida Beauty, probably one of my favorite leaf shapes of all times. The variegation on these is usually super stable compared to other philos. The reality, it's a climber, it's hardy, and it looks exotic. At $70, it feels like a fair price for a plant that actually grows. Verdict and score, both steals. Deserves it. Number 10 here is the Syngonium Red Spot Tricolor, also known as the Budget King nowadays. These were $400 and now they are $15. The reality, it's a weed. It grows so fast you won't know what to do with it. The pink and green pattern is awesome, but don't expect to resell cuttings. Nobody wants them because everyone has them now. $15, of course. Verdict for pure joy, sure. Score, a steal still. So the market crashed, and honestly, I'm glad it did. Plants shouldn't be luxury assets. They should be things we grow to make our homes feel alive. The fact you can get a Thai Constellation and a Spiritus Sancti for under $100 total is a win for the hobby. Speaking of the hobby, if you're looking to get some of these rare plants, you can always check with people in your community who might have some extras for free or some cuttings. That's how I got my King Anthurium here that I grew into that beast, as well as this green sky philodendron. I also received from a friend up in northern Colorado, just outside of the city of Denver, a Monstera elbow. This beauty continues to grow and continues to put a smile on my face with each new leaf that comes out popping with its variegation. I also cloned a bunch of these plants, made propagation cuttings myself, and turned them into these beauties, including that Monstera Thai Constellation that you see right up there. That was just a cutting from my mother plant. Highly suggest it, whether it's getting them from somebody for free or if you're going to find those discount deals. If you grabbed any of these steals recently, let me know how they're growing in the comments. And if you want to see how I style these now, that I can actually afford them without selling my car, check out this video up here in the corner because it gives you a good breakdown of what it's like. I mean, I just love the fact that I can style with a Thai constellation that's the price of a pothos, and it makes a big difference. I love it. Hey, I'll see you guys in the next video.